condensing, we want to try and make this a single logarithm. Now, key number one is they must have the same base. Okay, the logarithms must have the same base in order to be able to condense them. Second requirement, they can't have anything in front. So we have to use our power rule first. Okay, you have to use the power rule first when you're condensing. So for example, with A here, we need to move the 1/2 power first and move that 3 to become x plus 1 cubed. Okay. Then, since we're adding the two logarithms, that is the product, or that's a single logarithm of the product. Okay, there we go. And we'll write that as the square root of x and x plus 1 cubed. Notice the parentheses. You got to make sure that you're clear about what all is inside that logarithm. Okay. So with B, 2 natural log of x plus 2 minus the natural log of x. So it's the same logarithm. We use our power rule first, so that coefficient of 2 becomes a power of 2. Then we are subtracting 2 logarithms, so that's the single logarithm of the quotient. Okay, and it's always the first one goes on top, the second one is on the bottom. Okay. Now with example C, they're the same log, they have the same base, so we're good there. And then we've got this 1/3 in front of the entire thing. So personally, we need to go ahead and, I think we should go ahead and combine those two logarithms first. Leave that 1/3 out front, since it's kind of in front of this set of brackets. So let's combine the logarithm. So that becomes a product, because we're adding, so we multiply. Okay, and then we use our power rule. And if you want to, you can distribute the x. It really doesn't matter. You leave it in factored form, you can distribute it out. Either way, and then you move that exponent. Oh yes, sorry, forgot my 2. Thank you. I lost my base. See, makes a big difference. Log base 10, log base 2, big difference in those logarithms. One more thing, they may express this as the cubed root. I'm not sure. You just kind of have to look at the answer choices in that case, but they may use that 1/3 power as the cubed root. Okay, so try this practice problem here. I mean, it could be any of those. It could be any of those. Okay, try that practice problem right there. Okay, so here are the 2 acceptable answers for the practice. Okay, you move the 2 that's inside the parentheses, make it a power, combine the 2 logarithms, and then move the 2 that was in front, so you can apply it to the numerator and the denominator, so to make the numerator to the 2nd power, the denominator to the 4th power. We are multiplying those exponents there, by the way. It's a little confusing because 2 plus 2 and 2 times 2 are the same. Or you could just put a set of parentheses around it and put the squared outside. Okay, again, they're equivalent, so you just kind of got to look at your answer choices. All right. So practice the condensing problems on your